politics that has been peaking ahead of the inauguration of the new Parliament House by Prime Minister Modi. That will happen on coming Sunday, which is the 28th of May. But the Congress Party President Mallikarjun Kharge has now hit out at the Modi government while echoing Rahul Gandhi that the President of the country should be the one to unveil and to open up when it comes to the new Parliament building is concerned. In a series of tweets, Mallikarjun Kharge has now accused the government of repeatedly disrespecting propriety by not inviting the President and former presidents to the inauguration of the new Parliament building.
Mallikarjun Kharge has put out a series of tweets. He stated that the office of the President of India has been reduced to tokenism under the BJP government. So not only is the Congress at this point in time trying to highlight as to why is it that the President is not inaugurating the new Parliament building, but also speaking of why is it that an formal invite has not been extended so far to the President of the country. Here are a couple of reactions coming in. After Rahul Gandhi, here's how the Congress has decided to take it forward.
This has been a demand from all of us that the Parliament building is something that should be inaugurated by the most paramount constitutional figure. And why the Government of India hesitates on that, I really don't know. Because see, Parliament is, you call it a temple of democracy, you call it what you want. It's a building, but it represents an institution that belongs to all Indians. And the only figure that in some senses is above all kinds of partisanship, all kinds of divisions, is the office of the President.
Congress party has now come out to say, because the Congress party president Mallikarjun Kharge now attacking the BJP over the new Parliament building inauguration and questioning that the decision of the Prime Minister to inaugurate the new building is something that the norms would suggest that should be the President of the country who should rather inaugurate other than Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
जब प्रधानमंत्री खुद करते हैं, ये राष्ट्रपति करना चाहिए। पहले फाउंडेशन करते वक्त भी वो उस वक्त के जो शेड्यूल कास्ट समाज से आए थे, दलित समाज से, उनको फाउंडेशन पे नहीं बुलाया। इस वक्त इस इनॉग्रेशन को भी वो शेड्यूल ट्राइब मुर्मा जी है और ये बोलते हैं हम शेड्यूल कास्ट शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स को इतना महत्व दिया। अरे जिस जगह महत्व देना है, उनकी गरिमा बढ़ाना है, उस जगह तुम उनको देते नहीं और बात के लिए, अपने वोटों के लिए ये बात कहकर दूर हो जाते।
Mohit Bhatt also joining us with more details. Mohit, though the Congress is well within its rights to ask as to why the President is not being asked to go ahead with the inauguration of the new Parliament building, what's quite bizarre though is how some in the Congress and in the TMC in the past, remember, have hurled insults at the same President of the country.
Well, yes, and we see, Prithvi, that the reactions that are coming in from the BJP are on the same line. And the BJP says that first it was the Congress party who raised questions on the construction of the new Parliament building. And now that the work of the Parliament building is complete, they are raising questions on who will inaugurate it and on what date it should be inaugurated. Remember, the new Parliament building's inauguration will take place on 28th of May, which is the 140th birth anniversary of Veer Savarkar. Now, Veer Savarkar in Indian politics is a very controversial figure, given the fact that the BJP and the right-wing organizations have always praised him, while the opposition, specifically the Congress and Rahul Gandhi, have raised questions on the role of Veer Savarkar during India's freedom struggle. So all these questions are being raised. In fact, the opposition parties, the likes of Asaduddin Owaisi, have also come out and basically stated that the Prime Minister is head of the executive, not the legislature, and hence either the President or the Lok Sabha Speaker or Rajya Sabha Chairperson should inaugurate the new Parliament building. Now, the BJP also goes on to say that the Congress has always had problems with the new Parliament building. First they raised questions and now they are raising questions on the inauguration of it. And they also go on to say that the Congress only wants that the names of the buildings, institutes, educational institutes and sports owners should be on the Gandhi family's name. So a whole lot of politics is being played on this particular issue. And as you rightly said, the questions are also being raised that now the Congress party is talking about the President and the role of President. It was Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, BJP says, who in a way insulted the President of the country, Draupadi Murmu. So such questions are being raised. But yes, there's a whole lot of politics being played out on this issue.
Right,
it seems
politics
opposition is
surrounding
united
this issue as far as the inauguration of the new Parliament building is concerned, because Congress party seems to be raising every aspect when it comes to the inauguration. Why exactly was a new parliament building needed, and at what cost? And thereafter also questioning the day when it comes to Savarkar's Jayanti is the day when it has been decided that the new parliament building will be inaugurated by the Prime Minister, and now on this issue. Meanwhile, Mohit, please to stay on with us. The BJP's Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has now attacked the opposition, stating that it is the Congress and the opposition parties who are most likely scared that the world has been praising Prime Minister Narendra Modi as his presence, and India's presence is now being felt as the Prime Minister continues with his foreign tour.
इनका मुख्य प्रॉब्लम ये नहीं है, पार्लियामेंट नई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि कैसे जो है वो प्रजातंत्र परिवार तंत्र को पछाड़ करके परवान चल रहा है। कैसे दुनिया कह रही है कि मोदी जी ने साबित कर दिया है कि डेमोक्रेसी जो है वो डिलीवर कर सकती है। ये इनको हजम नहीं हो रहा है। अब वो डायनेस्टी जो है आज जो है वो एकदम पूरी तरह से डिमोरलाइज है, और इसलिए जो है वो आपको याद होगा सेंटर विस्ता की जब बात आई तो उस वक्त इन्होंने तमाम पार्लियामेंट के अंदर पार्लियामेंट के बाहर भी शोर मचाया कि कैसे हो सकता है। ये जो व्यवस्था है वो कौन उद्घाटन करेगा कौन नहीं करेगा वो हो जाएगा। आपको भी अगर जनता जो है कुछ 2, 4, 10, 20 सीटें इस बार देगी तो आप भी उसी नई पार्लियामेंट में बैठिएगा।
Let me once again go across to Mohit. Mohit, isn't it true that the Congress has raised opposition, criticism and several questions at every step through this project, be it the construction, the kind of funding that went into it, the national emblem atop the parliament building, and now the inauguration? They've also been speaking of how it is coinciding with Veer Savarkar's birth anniversary.
Well, you see, Crispin, and that is the defense that the BJP is taking, saying that it was a Congress party that raised questions when the foundation laying ceremony of the new parliament building took place earlier. They stated that what exactly is the need of this particular parliament building during the time of COVID, and now they are raising question on the day of the inauguration and why exactly Prime Minister is inaugurating this particular new parliament building, which is the part of the new Central Vista project that has been undertaken by the government. So the politics is heavily being played out on this particular issue, and not just the Congress party, various other opposition parties, including the Aam Aadmi Party, TMC, AIMIM, they have all come out saying that either the Lok Sabha Speaker, President or the Rajya Sabha Chair
of the new parliament building. Now, Mohit, continue speaking on to us on that issue, because already it also remains to be seen whether or not, when it comes to the Congress party and its MPs, whether they will be attending the inauguration this time around or not.
Well, Amita, that also depends on the official invitation, that who exactly would be getting the official invitation. What we are being told by our sources is that the senior leaders or the leader of the houses will surely be getting the inauguration. Whether these parties will decide to attend that particular event or not, that remains to be seen. But we know that how till 28th of May, till the time the inauguration take place, we'll see the politics being played out heavily on this particular issue. The main contention of the opposition parties is that why exactly PM is inaugurating it, while the BJP and the government, rather the BJP have come out and they have basically stated that the opposition does not have any issues, and hence they are trying to divert. And the BJP, one thing they again and again saying that the Congress and the opposition have problems with the new parliament building since the inception of the idea. Earlier when...
Okay, we also have another reaction coming in from the Congress party. This is Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel taking to Twitter, once again reacting to the parliament building inauguration that will be taking place on the 28th of May by the Prime Minister, latching on to the tribal Virodhi attack. Mohit, if you'd want to come in on this, because the BJP, remember, on its part has been raising what was said by Ajoy Kumar, what was said by Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, what was said by Udit Raj, and all of that, remember, was seen as extremely derogatory in nature against the President of the country. And now once again a reaction coming in from Bhupesh Baghel.
Well, yes, in fact, and Bhupesh Baghel has tweeted that BJP has always been insulting the tribal community of the country. Now, he goes on to say that on the day of the World Tribal Day, they removed removed the BJP Chhattisgarh president who was from the tribal community. But the government and the BJP have been saying this, that with the election of Draupadi Murmu as the president of the country, they are ensuring that the tribal community is being given representation at the highest post. And hence the BJP says these are the optics and the politics that the Congress and the opposition is resorting to. And they're also raising questions on the insult of Draupadi Murmu by Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, and we saw that how that issue was completely politicized and heavy politics was being played on that particular issue. And now we see that how Mallikarjun Kharge has also stated that
all
the
right,
BJP
so back to
doesn't
back
care
top
about
leaders of the Congress party following the suit as far as what Rahul Gandhi had to say and raising objections as far as Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurating the new parliament building on the coming Sunday has now been raising another issue out of it. For the moment, thank you very much, Mohit, for joining in. Let's quickly